Alright, we're looking at a very special tree. The man here just told me it's a
Donkey corn.
donkey corn.
We call it basida tree, but the fruit's named donkey corn.
Don't know what that is. It looks like a berry, but it's like kind of dried out. Huh.
So I have made my way out towards the eastern part of Jamaica, and I'm in an area called Long Road. It's a very remote kind of countryside type area. Not a lot of tourists come here. There's a couple of resorts like out by the water, but even those are like more off the beaten path kind of resorts. There's not like a whole lot of shops or anything. It's a very simple kind of area, and a lot of the people here, they just kind of live off of the land, either by foraging or by growing plants in their yards. I was like waiting for like a shared cab to come by, and this kid comes up to me and he's like just absolutely disgusting. He's just like saying these horrible things to me, like, "Hey man, so you came here to look for the Jamaican girls, huh? Well, how about her over here?" And like grabs this girl. Yeah, he was very profane. And I was like, "All right, no dude, just here for work." And he's like, "Oh yeah, what are you working on? Like, what are you doing here?" And I was like, "I'm looking for plants." And he's like, "Oh, okay, yeah, this one here." And like, even though he was just being like absolutely filthy to me and being like a total scumbag 1 minute, the next minute he's like, "Oh yeah, let me show you plants." It's his tune completely changed, and he was like showing me this tree.
You can eat. You just like wash it and just chew it up.
You just chew it?
Yeah, it tastes good.
Alright. I'll take a couple of these home.
This is what he said is called donkey corn. There are donkeys around. Maybe donkeys like to eat this. I don't know. It is not a berry, even though it looks like a blackberry from a distance. When you get up and close to it, you can see it's kind of more like, I don't know, it's very like dried out and like rough looking. It is not a succulent, juicy berry by any means. It resembles more like, I don't know, like a pine cone or something. And the guy said you can eat it. You can actually eat it. It's very dry though, so it's something that I think you just kind of like chew on. When they're unripe, they look like this. Here's the green one. And you can see like that is not so berry looking. It looks almost more like a little like lime or something. And yeah, how you eat this is you just gnaw on it. There's no smell to it. And this one has fallen and dried on the ground. And that's how you know it's good. You want it to be dried out. You don't want to eat these when they're fresh. Well, let's do it. It's very hard and dry. On the inside is filled with these little seeds. Its flavor is very weird. The texture is very weird. It's maybe a little bit bitter, but it has like a dry fruit taste, like raisin, a little bit of molasses. It's a little bit like bready, like an oatmeal cookie. A very dry, crumbly, slightly bitter oatmeal cookie. It's something that you would chew not for like sustenance, but you want just like flavor. It's like chewing on gum or something, or chewing on yeah, like a flavorful stick. It's kind of what it feels like. The flavor's not bad. The flavor's pretty good. But it's more just something just kind of like gnaw on. I think like humans like inherently kind of have like this desire to chew on something. You want like some tough texture sometimes. I don't know. At least I'm like that. It's kind of like satisfying in a way. But it's not something I'd be like eating like a snack. It's definitely something just to kind of like put in your mouth and just kind of like just kind of chew on that as you're walking around down the street or something, as you're taking a hike or something. Just kind of give you something to keep your mouth busy. Yeah, it's all right. It's pretty good and very interesting. And I've never heard of this before. Even in my researching of plants for Jamaica, this is something that I had no idea about. But it pays just to kind of like keep your eyes open while you're traveling around the world and seeing like what fruits are growing and asking around, because without this like disgusting guy nearby making lewd comments at me, I wouldn't have found out about this. I wouldn't have known I could eat it. So it pays to talk to people, even if they're gross, and it pays to, just pick random fruit out. Check it out while you're walking around. So, yeah, very interesting one to try, and I will see you guys next time. I want to give a special shout out to AltPod and Smarter Every Day. They are mega patrons over on patreon.com. Patreon is how this channel happens. It's how I can afford to do all the things that I do. So if you want to help me out by supporting the channel and getting some bonuses along the way, check out the description. I also have these shirts for sale. Those are in the description as well. See you next time. Bye.